Hi, so what is up guys? Today I'll be explaining or teaching you about, that's right, perfect square trinomials. So the requirements for perfect square trinomials should be term is positive and a perfect square number.
What?
The first term is positive and a perfect square number. The last term is positive and a perfect square number. The middle term is twice the product of the square roots of the first and last term.
Hi.
Okay.
So, what are examples for perfect square trinomials?
What's the problem? Math problems. Oh, I can help you. Let me see. Alright.
An example for perfect square trinomials: y squared plus 8y plus 16. In this case, in y squared plus 8y plus 16, we should get the square root of the first term, y, get the square root of the second term, 4, and use this. So, in this case, y squared plus 8y plus 16, we should get the square root of the first term, that's y, get the square root of the last term, 4, use the sign of the middle term, which is the plus sign. The final answer should be, got an idea now? Well, here's one more example.
Was legitness. Yeah, it was. Huh?
Another example would be 1 plus 200x to the 6th power plus 1000x to the 12th power. In this case, get the square of the first term, which is, yes, it's 1. So now we should get the square of the last term. Term is 100x to the 6th power. Get the sign of the middle term, which is, answer would be open parenthesis 1 plus 100x to the 6th power, closing parenthesis, squared.
My God! Wow!
Great example would be 81a to the 10th power minus 72a to the 5th power plus 16. Square root of the first term would be 9a to the 5th power, while the last term square root would be, the square root would be 4 minus. So we would put that 9a to the 5th power minus 4 squared.
No.
Here's one more example of a perfect square trinomial.
NANI?
Example would be g squared plus 14g plus 49. Now, the square root of the first term is g, while the square root of the last term is 7. Now, the sign of the middle term is a plus sign, so g plus 7 squared.
That's true.
Should remember always that the middle term is twice the product of the square root of the first and last terms. So for example, your first term that you decided to put is 49, which the square root is 7. Decided that for the last term, you wanted to put 16, which the square root is 4. Now you can't put just any random number. For example, you would put 36, which is wrong. It should be 7 times 4, and you double it. So If 7 times 4 equals 28, then the middle term should be 56. You can do this with any number, but it should be a perfect square number.
It's okay because sometimes in life you're gonna start slow. That's okay. We told ourselves, hey, we're gonna start slow. We're gonna keep going fast. We're gonna start slow, but we're always gonna finish fast. No matter what the score was, we're gonna finish hard. We're gonna finish fast. Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not gonna lie. They had us. We weren't defeated, but they had us. But it took guts. Here's a number. What's that shit say? Psych! That's the wrong number.
You could put 36 and you could put 25, which the square is 6 and 5. Now, you should put same theory. You should apply the same theory. So 6 times 5 equals 30. And then you double it. So 30 plus 30, 60. So you can make a perfect square trinomial, for example, like 36x to minus 60 x plus 25. 36 x2 minus 60 x plus 25. This, you must first get the square root of the first term and the square root of the last term. The square root of the first term is 6x, while the square root of the last term should be 5. Now, the sign of the last and in the sign of the middle term, which is minus, so we should put that into our final answer. That should be parenthesis 6x minus 5 closing parenthesis squared.
What?
You alright?
I don't get it.
That you had you could you do you want you could do so you do you want him to do you so much you could do anything.
Let's create one more example of perfect square trinomials.
Oh, hell no!
Example, you decided to put 100z to the 8th power plus 80z to the 4th power plus 16.
What? Oh my God!
The first term would be z to the 4th power, while the last term square root would be 4, and the sign of the middle term would be plus. So first, get the square root of the first term, then c plus 4 squared. Now, why did I put 80z4 here? It is because 10z4 times 4 would be 40. Now, the rule says that the middle term should always be twice the product of the square root of the first term and the last term. So 40 times 2 would be 8. 40z to the 4th power times 2 would be 80z to the 4th power. I hope you got and understood the lesson about perfect square trinomials. Bye! Did you get the hang of it?
first. I said, hold on. I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.